mean, what I'm hearing you say is a few things. One, this discovering this expansion opportunity from, I think, a call that you weren't on, but also even if you had been, like, how does one retain everything from years of calls and those notes? But also the expense of that initial activity you did when you joined Armory. I don't know if you have a sense of, like, an estimate of how many people were working on that for 2 to 3 months.
6 or 7.
Okay, so 6 to 7
Six,
people.
6 or 7 people, skilled, not an inexpensive job,
Mm-hmm.
for 2 to 3 months. Like,
Right.
that's a huge expense.
Yeah, versus one person in 10 to 20 seconds.
Yeah. And literally the extent of it is, Storytell is a better version of Google, and instead of searching the internet, it's searching my data. And then when it gives me an insight, it takes me back so that I can also fact check it and read the additional context that directly surrounds that insight so that I can actually understand what they were truly saying.
Can you speak to the fact checking a little bit? We call that story tiles.
So, at Armory, we had a period earlier this year and late last year where I swear every week someone was coming up with a new novel use of AI. The one that I most distinctly remember was a very senior individual who I'm not going to name,
Smart.
who, following a call where a new competitor we hadn't been aware of before came up, went into ChatGPT and said, "Tell me everything I need to know about this competitor's capabilities." And gave you an answer, gave you a high confidence answer. I pulled up the company's website when I saw this post, and it's very clear that half that answer is not true. And the reality of the matter is they had relatively little overlap. So what did I do? I went to ChatGPT and I said, "Tell me what Armory CD as a service is capable of." And it starts talking about things we don't do. And I shared that back. It said, "Read this description. Ask yourself how accurate it is. Think about this on your use of AI." And I firmly believe that being able to ensure that the insight you get from the AI is accurate is critical. And that's something that I know I've pushed you guys on repeatedly, that honestly, I haven't seen anything that is like as crisp at giving me back accurate answers than Storytell. And anytime that I doubt them, you give me the ability to fact check. And that fact check concept, it actually originally came from, so you do periodically these like user design sessions and feedback sessions where you're talking about use cases. And so one of those in San Diego, we had a session where we were talking about like interesting other AI tools and what they're good for. And he introduced me to Find, which is like the AI search engine, and it links to relevant Google search results effectively. It links to web pages that support what it's telling you. And like that same ability to fact check is in my opinion, critical for any use of AI to like answer questions or gain insights on large amounts of data.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And just for context around that, so we actually take there's footnotes throughout the output that you can click on, and we'll take you back to where in the original transcript, of your data that you've uploaded, this answer was called from.